The crackling fire cast dancing shadows on the walls of the Gryffindor common room. It was a peaceful evening. The only sound was the gentle murmur of conversation. Two figures sat close to the warmth, their faces lit by the flickering flames.
"Remember Neville Longbottom?"
asked Luna Lovegood, her eyes sparkling with amusement. "Ron Weasley!" "Of course," chuckled Ron Weasley, shaking his head. "Ron Weasley, how could anyone forget him? He was such a timid little thing when we first met."
"He was indeed."
Luna agreed, her voice taking on a dreamy quality.
"But Neville always possessed a quiet strength, a hidden courage that even he didn't seem to recognize."
Ron nodded slowly, pondering her words. "Ron Weasley. You're right, Luna. He proved that time and time again, didn't he? Who would have thought that shy, forgetful boy would end up standing up to you-know-who?" Neville Longbottom. His name was forever intertwined with Harry Potter's, linked by a prophecy that cast a long shadow over both their lives. The prophecy had stated that a boy born at the end of July to parents who had thrice defied the Dark Lord would have the power to vanquish him. It could have referred to Neville. He, like Harry, had been born at the end of July to parents who had bravely opposed Voldemort. But fate, it seemed, had other plans. Voldemort had chosen Harry, leaving a young Neville marked by tragedy, his parents tortured into insanity, their minds lost forever. Growing up, Neville carried the weight of the prophecy like an invisible burden. His grandmother, Augusta Longbottom, a formidable witch in her own right, had raised him with a mixture of love and unwavering expectations. She constantly reminded him of his parents' sacrifice and the potential greatness that lay dormant within him.
"Remember, Neville, you come from a line of great witches and wizards. You have greatness within you."
Neville, however, seemed determined to disappoint. He was clumsy, forgetful, and painfully shy. His magic, though undeniably present, was erratic, often manifesting in unpredictable bursts. He was the epitome of a late bloomer, constantly tripping over his own 2 feet, both literally and metaphorically.
I'm trying, Gran, I really am.
The young Neville Longbottom looked overwhelmed as his stern-faced grandmother, Augusta Longbottom, towered over him.
"Trying isn't enough, Neville. You must do better."
And so Neville's journey continued, stumbling through shadows, yet always moving forward, even if he didn't quite realize it yet. Hogwarts, however, proved to be a turning point for Neville.
It was within the ancient castle walls, surrounded by talking portraits and mischievous ghosts, that I began to blossom.
He found solace in herbology, his love for plants mirroring his own quiet resilience.
I formed an unlikely bond with Professor Sprout, the herbology teacher, who saw past my clumsiness and recognized my genuine passion.
And it was in her greenhouse, surrounded by the comforting scent of earth and the gentle rustle of leaves, that Neville's confidence began to grow. Neville's journey to heroism was not a sudden, explosive transformation.
It was a gradual unfolding, like a shy flower slowly unfurling its petals to the sun.
He faced his fears again and again, whether it was standing up to his bullying classmates or confronting dangerous creatures in the Forbidden Forest.
I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the ability to act despite it.
And in the final battle against Voldemort, Neville Longbottom, the boy who had once trembled at the sight of a boggart, found the strength within himself to defy the darkness and emerge as an unlikely hero.
But this is not the end of my story. This is merely the beginning.